Welcome to Chance Die, a World of Darkness podcast. Before we jump into this episode, we have a few reminders to share. This is created for adult audiences only. We advise listener and reader discretion for graphic depictions of violence, assault, death, trauma, existential struggle, and adult language. These themes may be a lot at some points, so if you need a breather, take a break or come back later. We would also like to mention...
Mark is not soulless and detached from humanity. Actually, that pretty well describes me.
Tristan's life is a circus, but that won't interfere with the podcast.
Gabby's not that desperate.
Francie is a little bit desperate, but she isn't very good at crafts. She sure tries, though.
911, what is your emergency?
Hello, what's your name?
I don't think I'm seeing anything.
I got him!
Ma'am, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I just want to know more
You got
about
a hole in your floor.
Don't worry, I got a tooth out of it.
Ma'am, what's happening? Do I need to send an ambulance or a police car?
What are you wearing tonight?
Excuse me?
His pants are gone.
Ma'am?
Can you describe your eyes to me? Maybe your
Does
hair?
the kid wear the same size pants I do?
Ma'am, this line is for emergencies only.
Oh, there is emergency going on. I don't know if you can hear them behind me, but I'd really like it if you'd come out too.
Welcome to Chance Die. I'm Jessica, the storyteller.
Hi, I'm Mark, and I play Reevus McCoy.
Hello, my name is Tristan, and I'll be playing Will.
I'm Gabby, and I'll be playing Roisin.
My name is Francis, and I will be playing Kestral.
Beautiful. So, what you're going to do? No.
This is all railroaded, folks.
Yep, every single bit. Clearly, I'm a real railroady structured.
I'll rail this road.
Whoa.
So good.
Gabby, we're not going to Pound Town on the railroad.
Everyone get on the railroad. We're going to Pound Town.
Where you just left off, yes, your ringmaster, Blush Crimson, had just told you that the symbol that you found on the door at Roisin was for Pandorans. So, let's continue that conversation.
Yes, we shall. Yes, and.
Yes, and as you eat your red velvet cupcake.
Yummy, yummy, so good. A Pandoran?
Yes, perhaps the others should be here for the rest of this conversation.
Well, if that's something, that there's another being, I should let you know that there is a woman outside too. There is a lady with long blonde hair out in the front yard, and she had this sort of smile that kind of sent fear running throughout my body. She was there in like a lightning strike, and then she was gone.
Huh. Interesting. I think I might know what's going on. We do need to tell the others then.
I agree. Point. I just wanted to get to you first.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Roisin. Is there anything else?
Nothing I can think of, but thank you.
I think we both know who probably created these.
Unfortunately so.
All right. We're going to cut to Tristan's character, Will.
Yeah, so
what's Will doing?
Just so everyone, like, I'm not trying to split the party or do something sneaky. I think Will saw that Reevus was pretty badly injured and that Kestral was working on him, so he went, okay, I've kind of, maybe, we'll still have to work this out, fixed myself before. So the way Osiris are born, they are born with, like, crushed up roses in their mouth. So he knows, all right, roses, so he's going to leave, and there's a thunderstorm, so he feels a bit emboldened to go out, so he's going to go try to get some roses and head on back.
Okay. Roll me a d10. Do you like high numbers or low numbers?
No. Do you want me to roll it then, or do you roll it?
I'll roll it. That's fine.
I love me some high numbers.
I know you do.
Is it a 1?
It is indeed.
Fuck.
So let me set the scene here. So you walk out into the storm. It is pelting rain, but it makes you feel alive. It makes you feel energized. It is dark and getting darker, except for the vibrant flashes of light across the sky as it shoots its electric fingers through the clouds. As you walk through town, you start to feel uneasy as you don't hear your footsteps in all this pelting rain, and it becomes apparent that you can't really see very far in front of you either. And down the block ahead of you, as you near the bar, you see shining blonde hair in another crash of lightning. She is about half a block ahead of you. And then when lightning strikes again, she is about a quarter of a block ahead of you.
When that happens, he kind of like stops in his tracks, his eyes wide. Is she still standing there?
She disappears that you can see. You can only see really when lightning hits the sky.
I think he starts taking a few steps back. Like, more confused than anything. Because, like, I don't know what happened earlier with Gabby, but humans don't do that.
Nope.
So he's starting to take a few steps back.
And once more, lightning lights up the sky. And you hear a voice right behind you say, "Out for a late night walk, are we?"
Yeah, I enjoy the rain. And he's going to, like, start to turn his head around.
A very firm hand grabs the back of your head and keeps it in place. I enjoy the rain, too. What's your name?
Oh, well, my name's Will. Could you let go, please?
She. You feel a finger trace from your neck down your spine, and it causes you to feel uncomfortable in a way that you didn't know you could feel uncomfortable. And she exhales and she says, "Exquisite." And her hand falls to her side, and you're free.
He turns around.
Behind you, you see a woman, same woman with shining blonde hair, and a mouth just a bit too big for her face. And when she smiles, you see these jagged, misshapen teeth all in the wrong places in her mouth. She has canines in the front and molars along the bottom of her jaw in the front, and it just looks like a puzzle someone ripped the pieces out of and jammed them in where it doesn't quite fit, like a toddler had a tantrum over this toy. And she smiles with this too wide smile, and she says, "Where's Roisin?"
Right. All right. So the process that's going on in Will's head is interesting. She grabbed me. Interesting. I felt a feeling. Interesting. Why does she want? So there's this inside of him. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'll tell her." And then it's like almost a selfishness that he doesn't recognize of like, well, why does she want Roisin? Right. Could I ask why?
You can ask. And she smiles that smile again, and she tilts her head back to look up at you, and you can see along her pale neck this mottled orange black going down below her shirt. Would you like to be friends, Will?
I understand people like making friends.
Do I seem like a person, Will?
Well, I mean, humans come in all shapes and... people come in all shapes and sizes.
You think I'm a human? She kind of preens a little bit.
I think Will is... Right, because any supernatural he has met, right, are mostly other Prometheans. I don't think he's truly ever met another supernatural. And they announce themselves, like, as Prometheans, right? And so he understands, like, oh, the blackened model, that's bad. Like, he recognizes that these are bad. Well, I thought you were.
She throws her head back and laughs, and it sounds like shattering glass. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know you glow.
He looks at himself.
Like a beacon in the darkness, and she takes a step closer.
He physically doesn't move, but his head kind of like pulls back. I was told that. I didn't know what it meant.
It means Will, my friend. She takes another step, and she puts a hand out as if to touch your chest. That I am so hungry.
I wouldn't touch me.
She ignores you and puts her hand right over your breastbone and holds it there for a beat.
I think he's gonna stumble back at that.
Do you not want to be friends, Will?
I do want to be friends, but... Well... People don't like touching me.
I can decide for myself.
Well, I should probably get going back. They were wanting something from me.
I'll go with you.
Why?
I want to see Roisin.
How do you know Roisin?
Rose.
How do you know Roisin?
It's a long story. It'd be great to greet an old friend, though.
Well, I was told humans, people don't always like surprises. So, how about I tell her a place you want to meet instead of surprising her? She might not like that.
Okay. Have her meet me at the church at midnight.
Tell Roisin she has a friend that wants to meet her at midnight. All right, I think I can do that.
Thank you, Will. You'll come too, of course.
Have you seen any roses? Not Roisin, but any roses?
Roses are my favorite.
Mine too.
There are some, unless they've all withered. There are some about 2 houses down on your right.
He's kind of like looks down the street, kind of like looks back at her.
She's
Right.
gone.
What? He runs. At first he's grabbing the roses and then he's like sprinting back.
The roses are all covered in this orange-black rot.
I think, yeah, so he kind of skids to a stop, looks sad, turns and...
Runs back?
Yeah, he runs back.
Okay. So I assume you're all cuddled up with your hot chocolate. Blush is now standing, looking a little bit... He never looks worried, but his eyes keep darting to the front of the tent.
I go up to him and I whisper, Mama Crimson, I need a favor.
Yes, Kestral.
I forgot to do something.
What did you forget, little bird?
Can you? And she'll stop after she's realized what he said and look and like kind of squint for a second and then shake it off and go, can you take me back to Roman's house?
Yes. Can it wait until after Will comes back?
She's thinking about it. Thinking about it. Does it have to?
Yes.
Then it doesn't matter what I think. And then Will's going to go walk and sit down.
At that point, Will comes in, like, drenched.
I think his eyes are kind of on the floor as he like runs in 5 feet, then stops.
Will, what's wrong? What happened?
The roses were dead and covered in black and orange. Also, Little Rose?
Yeah.
I didn't. That's. You have a friend waiting for you at the church.
I have a friend.
Yeah, she met me on the street. She had some blonde hair. Her teeth were a little
And
funny.
then as soon as you say that, she's just gonna stare at Blush.
She also had
nods.
those same white and black spots on her chest. And at first I thought she was human because, you know, they said they all come in different shapes and sizes. But
Blush goes outside the tent to look.
I don't know if she was human.
What did she say besides that?
Well, she said I glow, which I had been told before, but also that you were friends. And she wanted to come here, but I said that you don't like surprises, so I figured a place for you to meet, and that'd be at the church. So she said at midnight, meet her at the church.
Tonight.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna roll her eyes and then go in Blush's direction.
So Blush is outside, and he's drawing symbols on the grass that start to glow. And you see him, like, exhale a bit, and then he stands. I thought it might be a good idea to refresh some wards. Shall we go have a talk with the others?
I think I'd really enjoy that right now.
Yes. He goes in and he'll bring you your hot chocolate.
Oh, thank you. I didn't end up finding a rose.
I'm sure that's all right. You did your best, Will. Kestral, Reevus, can you come join us?
Sure, I'll hop up from my chessboard and
Fine,
head
I
over.
wait longer.
This might help, actually, Kestral.
Help. Well, this is happening. You didn't get the. You're not fixed up at all from.
I mean, you see he's wearing a
back.
new shirt, and he has like his arm kind of wrapped.
Okay, then never mind.
Well, thank you, though.
She didn't actually touch your bare skin, just a heads up. It was like she grabbed your collar. Are you wearing a collar?
Yeah, he was like, I
Yeah,
imagine it was like a
that's
collar.
kind of what I figured.
Okay,
It
okay,
was
okay.
under the collar. Just a head. So you don't have like the rust on any of
Oh,
those.
okay. That's kind of
Yeah.
where I was like, do I have? He was gonna ask, do I have rust on my
Right.
head? Okay.
No. Well, because the hair was a barrier there, so
That's
we're going to call
fair.
it good. Blush kind of clears his throat. I believe what we're dealing with is a species, I suppose you could call it a species, called Pandorans. Pandorans are, well, if I may be blunt, failed Prometheans.
So
In
if I
what way?
fail, I go to be Pandora.
No. Pandorans are what happens when someone is trying to create a Promethean and fails. So you're all not Pandorans because you became Promethean. You have enough Azoth that you have life force, essentially, in a manner of speaking. No soul, but life force.
Success.
Great success.
Great success.
So Pandorans are always after life force because without it, they grow dormant. The best source for that is, of course, you. Now, they can also get it from other living things, aka humans. But it has to go through quite a filtering process, I believe. I'm not an expert on the subject by any stretch of the imagination. However, dangerous things, they're usually controlled by a more major Pandoran being. And they are often called sublimati, or the refined.
So we want what humans have, but this wants what we have.
Yes.
Oh, twist.
Yeah, with the food chain. So, safe to say that they are probably going to be after you to eat you.
Wait, is that why we feel weaker? Is because they're taking that from Azoth from us?
Yes.
Is there no other way to help him?
I mean, we want to
He looks
become
a little surprised.
human, so that makes sense. What if we help them become Prometheans?
Do any of you know how to create Prometheans?
I know I was shocked with electricity.
That's all you know, though, right?
Right.
It's a very intricate process that few people actually know how to do, much less how to make a Pandoran into a Promethean. That's even harder than making a Promethean from scratch. So no, I don't think there's anything we can do, unfortunately. Most of them are just empty, hungry beings, incapable of much thought. They just follow the orders of the sublimati, if one is present.
She did say she was hungry.
Did she? He's going to stand up. May I?
I mean, sure. She put her hand on the collar of my shirt. Speaking of which, could you see if there's rust? I want to change shirts if there is. But then she put her hand on my chest a little bit, but I had tripped at that. I'm clumsy, but and then
he's going to gesture for you to unbutton your shirt and look.
Will.
You're good. All right. I'm glad. I don't think any of you should go by yourselves anywhere. That seems to be how they pick folks off.
Do you think he sent her?
No, I don't. Do you?
Oh, the other things around this town are from him.
Oh, I think he created her, and then I think he abandoned her.
Wait, he?
She's not going to acknowledge Will. What? Do I have to go meet her?
No, you have free will. That's one of the best parts of humanity. And you all already have it.
I'm not going, guys. I'm not.
Oh, we won't make you.
Well, should I go tell her then that?
No, you're
Absolutely
not talking to her.
Not.
Sorry.
When a failed Promethean is made, is it fault of the maker?
Yes.
Would they do that on purpose?
Well, that depends on the creator, I suppose.
So, these creatures, they can only feed on Prometheans?
No, as I said, they can also feed on humans if they are led by someone smart enough to figure it out.
Wait,
I'm just wondering why the boy and his mother and the small child were targeted.
Probably because they were alone at the time of consumption.
I see.
you had said earlier, before you left, Crimson, that these were because of, and then he'll look at Roshan, of your former lover.
Stop calling him that.
Is he, who he are you referencing to?
I'm not telling you, Will. When you said consumption, Roman's mother is gone?
I can't say for certain, but unfortunately, I suspect that to be the case.
There's no way that we can bring her back?
No. And you look over, and in the doorway
Shit.
of the room,
There were wards up.
No,
it's Roman.
It's Roman.
it's
Oh.
Roman in the doorway of the bedroom, and he looks at you wide-eyed.
Oh.
His eyeliner is like already run in tracks down his face. and he just bolts toward the front of the tent.
Oh, I definitely go to stop him.
Oh yeah.
Reevus, get him! Get him!
Yeah, I give him I stop him with a bear hug, but I give him a hug basically, and just
He just starts yelling.
I try to comfort him, like patting his head, like giving him a hug, and I'll tell him, it's okay, it's okay, it's all right. We don't know yet, we don't know nothing yet.
He is wailing and just thumping his fists his one fist, his other arm is still dangling at his side without much fervor.
Right. It's not safe for you to go outside yet. All right. It's not safe for any of us to go outside yet. Just please stay in here with us.
And then he just collapses and becomes numb.
All right. I will carry him back to the bedroom.
He's just crying, like these pathetic, silent, racking sobs.
Do you have another cupcake?
I do.
It wouldn't be for me.
It has to come out of your quota.
In these uncertain times, does it really have to come from mine? What
Yes.
about Will?
No.
It can come from mine.
I can give him mine.
Nope. It has to be Roisin's.
Am I supposed to be learning something from this?
Are you going to?
If it helps him, sure.
Look at you.
She's going to
And-
do the fakest. It's not going to meet her eyes.
He gives a cupcake.
And then she turns around and slowly makes her way towards the door, but still, like, she thinks that if he continues, he needs more time.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to try to give him a bit more before she makes her way inside.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, so what would you like to do with this information that you have? Assuming you want to do anything at all, of course, we could just leave town.
First, I need to do that thing I told you about.
Yes. Would you like to do that now?
Yes.
We are going back to Roman's house. Someone probably needs to stay with the boy as he has deemed himself a flight risk in front of all of us.
I'll stay with him.
Are you sure?
I think I can handle him.
I think you can as well. All right. Anyone else staying or going?
Have I made it to Roman's door yet?
Oh, yeah, you're there. I thought you were waiting outside the door for him.
No, as soon as she hears like a little like wands off or something,
Yeah.
she'll go in.
Okay. Are you staying?
No, she's not.
Okay. So we'll do your scene really quick.
Okay.
He's just curled up into a ball.
I'm really sorry that you had to hear that, Roman. But the times that I've felt a little down or a little, I think you call it anxious. I'm not really too sure yet. These little things really tend to help me. And she like puts it. Is there like a dresser or something?
Yeah, there's a little nightstand.
She'll set it on it, and she'll be like, I just tried this flavor earlier today for the first time, and I think it's probably 1.5 on my list. Like it's pretty far up there. I don't know if you've had it before. It kind of looks like blood, but
He's not going to look at you or anything.
she's gonna slowly put a hand on his shoulder.
He flinches but doesn't move.
We'll be back, or I'll be back. I'm gonna help you in any way that I can. I'm sorry.
He sniffles.
Oh, yes. Thank you. And then gets up. Do.
Okay. Reevus, good luck babysitting.
So I just want to point out, we just talked about how we're not going to go anywhere alone, et cetera, but now you're all leaving me alone here.
Well,
You volunteered yourself.
Why don't you make that in character, that observation in character, Mark?
Will was waiting. If Roshan was going to go or stay, he was going to pipe up and say, whatever, we could play this out.
All right, fine, I'll say it in character. Okay, so now are all of you planning on leaving? Because I thought we just said that we need to go nowhere alone.
It was my idea. I am essential to mission, so yes.
Well, then why don't you two go and Will and I'll stay?
Okay.
Okay.
If Crimson, we have
Yes.
any way of getting a hold of each other?
No. We'll manage. And he takes
Still a little
Two.
pissed at me, I see.
Yeah. He takes you to, and he will drive and take you to Roman's house. Which scene would you like to do first?
I think ours will be quick.
Yeah, it'll be the less interesting one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, I'll sit down outside of Roman's room because he's like resting in there, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And so, all right. Now, Will, this one's called a pawn. It can move either one space forward or two spaces. And I'll like go through and kind of like as I pull the pieces out and put them on the board, kind of explain to him what they are.
Will's watching, right? He's trying to take it in.
Yeah. So I keep going, like bishop, knight, rook, king, queen. And, I explained to him in this game, like the king is the most important piece, but
Reevus,
yes,
where did you learn this?
the chess.
Yeah.
Well, from a friend, John. His name was John. He helped me when I was a little lost and showed me some kindness. And it was the most humane thing that anyone had ever done for me. And we used to sit down on his porch and play a game of chess every night. Still not very good, but and I see how the pieces move. Form a little strategy.
Do you think that's what it's like to become human? Have a strategy, or do you think it's just random?
Well, I think for us there has to be a strategy because we can't just do random things and hope that we find humanity.
But they do human things. Or they do random things.
They do a lot of random things, it's true. But
Like from going to help little ones and then being mean to other ones to crying about people, but after being entertained and liking them, and
there's a lot to it, no doubt. Even I don't fully understand him. Of course, I ain't really that much older than you.
Reevus,
Yeah,
I think you're a rook.
that's so.
You're big, you're strong, and you seem solid.
Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. And then
Okay.
we'll call that good.
Yeah. So while this is happening, lovely guys, while this is happening, Blush has taken the two of you in the car, and it doesn't take you long at all to get to Roman's house. He will park in the street and then walk up to the front door and open it and gesture for the two of you to go inside.
I want to look at the specific place that she was standing when the lightning struck. Should I roll for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the second we get out of the car, I'm going to be using ephemeral sight.
Did you get any?
Just one.
That's enough to see, yes, there's orange and black on the ground where she was standing.
Okay.
Ephemeral sight. Okay. Around this house, the emotions are, on the surface, they're like pretty sad, but that's expected considering the emotions of this poor kid who is here. But if you look deeper past into the memories that are like ingrained on the spirit world at this place, it was warm. It was a refuge. It was happy. And you feel this sense of loss as you realize this will never be the same here. And that sense of warmth will disappear because without the people there to provide it, it will fade. You walk into the house and you go up the stairs, and in the room, roll me perception and add another dice because you know that you're looking for something in here from your roll before.
No successes.
No successes? Oof. Okay. So you're looking around and you can sense something in this room is off. Like, but it's hard to see from, there's a hole still in the ground. There's the remnants of like this black hole nest from this creature that was here before. So it's hard to see in between all of that into what you're looking for in the room. Well, did you find anything? Blush asks.
Hold on. And then I'm going to look for, is there an item in the home? I'll even check his mother's room that the warmth seems to, like the warm feelings seem to kind of connect to.
The picture frame. Yes. The picture on his desk. Yes.
Kestrel's going to pick it up, kind of like following this weird, like hot and cold trail to it. Pick it up, look at it for a second, and then take, I think like a sweater from the mother's room and wrap it up and just kind of tuck it under an arm.
Okay. Roisin, go ahead and roll a perception as well while you're standing in this room.
3.
Okay. So with your knowledge of how people work and generally, like your movies and your social knowledge, you know that it's unusual for a teenage boy to have like a doll in his room. That seems weird, especially one on open display, like against a wall near his bed. So that kind of registers as a little weird.
She'll walk over to it and pick it up. And then
when you pick it up, you feel weak and dizzy and draining, like this draining sensation coming through your hands. You have lost one of your physical dice.
Well, I'm not doing anything physical anyway. So she drops it immediately on the bed and goes, "Oh, fuck. Oh my god, what's your fucking name again?"
Kestral.
Kestral. I had it early. I had it like 20 minutes ago, and it was like, okay. Anyway,
Write it down.
I know.
I wrote yours down.
That's so nice. If only I cared the same way for you.
Kestrel.
Kestrel. That is how you spell it.
Kestrel. Hold on. Give me a second. Can you look at your black eyes at that doll on his bed?
And yeah, I feel like the eyes have not gone away yet. So it'll be like, like when an owl turns its head. It's like and you just see like the eyes on the thing.
Okay.
So
on me.
Now that it's absorbed some of Roisin's delicious Azoth, it is having that black hole kind of look. And it starts to twitch.
I would stand back if I were you.
Just shy. You didn't have to tell me twice. And she goes over behind Kestral. Behind Kestral.
So it's was it a black hole before? Or I didn't notice it at all?
You didn't notice it.
Okay.
It definitely, if it definitely wasn't as prominent as it now is.
Okay. So it despite the fact that it seems to be taking in energy and life, it does not present any.
No, it's like before. The lumps of flesh were also like black holes. Is everything all right? You hear Blush's voice from the next room.
We found something not good. It's moving.
Oh, and he waltzes in. Oh, that is, I believe, a Pandoran. It is in a dormant state. They revert to some kind of camouflage, like an inanimate object when they're Oh, and he kind of jumps back a little bit as it starts to flip over and then scurry towards you.
That's her? Oh, towards me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. She starts like doing a little like on her tippy toes, like trying to like dodge it.
Oh, don't hide behind it. Oh,
That's her? What the fuck?
it's just it's just a Pandoran. I don't want. Oh, gross! It's creepy. Kestrel, can you do something about it?
Oh God. I am going to run at it and kick it into the wall.
All right, make me a strength brawl.
That's brawl.
That's definitely brawl.
If I'm just giving it like a football kick.
Okay, you're calling back on your athletic days, your soccer playing.
Yeah, the days I definitely played football. Yeah, no, I'm not fighting it. I'm like if a creepy doll came at me in real life, my goal would just be to kick it across the room.
This is true.
So Blush is like
Punt
the
it.
Lucy to your Charlie Brown doll ass football. Okay, so all right, he's gonna like try and like stomp on it at the top while you kick it to hold it in place.
Is that
Ready?
still strength and brawl.
It's strength. It can be athletics.
Good.
Well, he misses when he tries to stomp. He's not athletic.
Ooh.
She kicks him.
3.
Oh, that's a good kick. You remembered that soccer. No. The doll flies into the wall and you hear this sickening like crack and then it kind of limply falls to the floor. And you can, are you still having ephemeral sight?
Oh yeah, I would
Right
have
now?
kept it.
So as it cracks, you see this energy and like black smoke almost dissipate into the air in the spirit realm.
And the black hole is gone.
Yes.
Does anything look like it was added back into the world? Like
No.
nothing went back to
No.
Okay.
So what was with that, Blush?
Pandoran.
That's it. That's all you're gonna offer for an explanation?
Well, what else do you want? I told you what it is. I told you that they get inanimate and they get dormant. What are you looking for
but
precisely, Roisin?
The last time I saw Pandoran, it was a human. It wasn't a fucking doll.
Yeah. So if they starve long enough, they become inanimate.
Oh.
That's what happens when they starve. They don't get enough energy and they camouflage as a last line of defense.
So do you know if that was her or is there more here?
Oh, there's no way that was not a powerful. That was a bullshit Pandora. Not to, of course, undercut your success, Kestral. That was quite the kick.
And she will have the ephemeral sight goes away. It's just normal, and she's just staring at a broken doll on the floor. Is it the doll still there, right?
Oh yes.
Did I do the right thing?
Well, you did save Roisin, so I mean, I guess it's up to interpretation.
I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kestral.
She's gonna go and pick up the broken doll.
And as you do, it turns to like black sand in your hands and dissipates.
I think I'm done here.
All right, let's go. Back to the circus, friends.
You got that picture, right? This is out of character. This is like when you picked up the picture of him and his mom.
Oh yeah, I've got a picture. I've got a sweater, and I've got black sand under my fingernails.
Yeah, you got everything a girl wants.
What a girl.
Yeah, no, I'm just collecting things as I go by.
Nice. Okay.
A little pack rat. Okay.
They're all useful. Should I collect the sand, guys? Team vote.
It's
no,
it's
jar.
dead.
it's soul sand.
Minecraft.
It's void sand.
My
if anything.
first kill.
She licks the sand.
He feels bad.
Yummy.
All right, so you guys pull back into the circus. Roman never leaves his room, by the way. He eventually will cry himself to sleep because he's fucking exhausted. Well, Kestral has emerged a warrior.
Round of
Oh, did I
applause,
miss
everyone.
something?
She does not make eye contact. She's walking by.
Thank you, Mark.
Damn it.
What does the picture frame look like? Like, is it one of the ones that you like set up and it leans on a little thing? Is it fancy at all?
No.
Not fancy.
Nope, it's made of popsicle sticks on the outside.
Aww.
Yeah, they're like painted popsicle sticks.
Okay.
Top says Roman, bottom says Mom.
Francie just died for the audience.
So what do you want to do? It's about 11 o'clock at this point.
I was gonna say you two come in, or three come in, as we're looking intently at a chessboard and making semi-random moves.
Will is not correctly playing.
Right.
Like
right.
We would not know.
All quiet on the Western Front.
Everything's fine here. He's sleeping now. We were just talking.
Did you knock him out?
No, I didn't have to.
Oh. Well, less interesting, but probably for the best.
What's that you got there, Kestral?
But yeah, she was not paying attention.
Oh, in your hand there. What you got?
And it's just like a bundled, like a white cloth wrapped. None of your business. That's mine.
You were a warrior?
I already was.
She will kind of like,
She killed a Pandoran.
She killed a doll. It charged us. It's kind of creepy.
Was the doll a Pandoran?
He'll explain about like
Okay.
starving, inanimate, blah, blah, blah.
okay.
Well, that is terrifying. Will that happen to one of us if we don't have enough, whatever it is we need?
Azoth?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. Would you like to experiment?
Nope.
I don't think I like your experiments.
No, neither did I.
Some of them you might like. Just wait.
Is this kind of a we'll figure out when we get there type of thing?
Yes.
Random.
So you're really not going to this meeting?
I think it would be beneficial.
Oh, I don't have any friends, and she didn't seem that she would be too friendly like to me.
I would agree. So are we cutting and running? What is the plan here?
Well, we have a performance to do, don't we?
Indeed we do.
I do feel as though if we're in some way responsible for what's going on in this town, maybe we ought to find out what that is and do something about it.
We promised Roman we would at least try to get his mother back.
Yeah, and if she knows you and she's responsible for it, this might be a way to figure
Well,
it
I
out.
don't know her.
Well, I'm not saying that you have to go talk to this woman. Don't feel like I'm trying to force your hand here. I'm just saying we don't necessarily need to cut and run from town so quickly.
So what would you like to do next if the meeting is off the table?
Well, she doesn't have to go, but that don't mean none of us gonna go.
I see. Shall we dress you up in a blonde wig and put a dress on you?
He ain't gonna look good in that.
I know, but maybe from a distance?
No.
You don't look that much not alike.
That's the
What
nicest
did
thing
you just say?
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to her.
No. Get off it. This ain't your fight. What'd you just say? Say it again.
I'm kidding, Roisin, of course, of course.
I'm the one that the people come to see.
Yeah.
I can put on the wig.
The feck you put it on the wig. No one's putting on the fucking wig.
So what would you like to do?
If my face and my hair is so necessarily needed for this meeting, then I'll go. No one is dressing like me, and no one is putting on an act, because no one can be me.
That's right. You're one of a kind, Roisin.
Well, what would we... If she's making the Pandorans and they're hurting this town and making people go missing, maybe if we stop her, more people will come to the show.
Is she making the Pandorans?
I don't know if she's making them or just controlling them. I have no idea. I've never met this woman. She sounds delightful.
She wanted to come here.
Did she?
Well, yeah, she said, take me back to Roisin, and I went, well, Roisin doesn't like surprises, so tell me where
that's
I can meet
right.
you.
Well, it's a good thing we're not in a very ostentatious setup here in the middle of nowhere where it's easy to find us.
Oh, good. Wait.
Was that the sarcasm you mentioned?
Why no?
Oh, okay. Well, Roisin, I feel you have more of a say in this matter than
Well,
the rest
it's
of us.
decided. I have to go
But
because you guys can never do me justice.
Just for the record, I was never intended to dress up or act like you. I was
Then
just
why
going to
did
go
you
meet
say
this
it?
person.
You know, that's very offensive.
He said it, not me. Shit.
I think that if I tried, they would see me coming in the dark. And she looks at all her little glowing lines.
all right, but if we
We could cover you with towels or something.
Right, she's not dressing like me either.
Duct tape.
Ooh, duct tape.
Nah,
We
duct
haven't
tape's
tried
reflective.
that. If we ever go to
No,
a movie
the-
theater, you will need to wear duct tape.
The matte black duct tape.
Roisin, if you do go, would we try to stop her there, or what would we?
There's no stopping yet. There's no threat yet. I think, we just talk to her, what humans do.
Whatever you want, Roisin. It's your circus. Your monkeys.
It's not really something that I put myself into.
You always have free will. There is always a choice.
What time is it?
11:15.
11:15.
Better get a move on.
Get out of my head.
Are you going to prepare in any way, or are you all for just going in? How are you approaching this setup? I do think you should have a strategy of some point.
You're coming along too, right?
Oh no, I wasn't planning on it.
Oh, this is your literal circus, is it not?
Oh, I just gave it to you. For, this interaction.
Will you up our pay?
You could up our
You know,
pay.
I could, couldn't I? All right. Let's $10.
That is double.
Yeah, I'm doubling it.
You are doubling it.
I'm doubling it. I'm from Dublin.
Oh my God.
That was bad.
You love it.
The level of humor we have on Chance Die.
Very well. You each get $10 and my undying faith that you will
No.
do well in this meeting.
All right, everyone. Y'all get $10 because I'm the ringleader now. And
Okay, where are you going to get the money?
Where do you get the money?
I handle the money. I have the money.
Well, now I handle the money. I have the money.
Hand over the keys.
He'll give you $40.
Got the 4D smackaroos here. We're going to paint the town red.
We're really getting hung up on this money part.
Yeah, all right.
Important. You go out for drinks after. Celebrate.
So I go in, of course, and she knows that you're coming.
I didn't say that, but she said I glow, so she might be able to see me, so I don't think it'd be beneficial if I was hiding away.
Right. I suggest that the two of you, because she knows the two of you, go out front. And that Kestral and I, well, we can't really surround the area with two people, but we can at least be on the side or the rear.
Or be in the car for a little bit of a getaway.
I'd prefer to be closer so I can offer tactical support if that's okay with you.
Tactical. That really worked out at the playground, didn't it?
When you were back at
What did you say? Spartan?
when you were back at that boy's house, did you fall through the hole in the damn ceiling that I left?
No, I could see it with my eyes.
All right, so good luck. Go fly. I free you. Fly, my pretties, he says as he starts changing into his pajamas.
What are you going to be doing?
Is it not evident? He gestures down at, he's got these nice, monogrammed silk pajamas that he put on over his clothing.
But what if we need you?
Pray that you don't.
Pray?
It's a turn of phrase, my dear. Well, if you need me, don't.
Don't need you
me.
when we do.
I grab Will and I head for the door.
All right.
All right, so you all drive
Yeah.
down to the church?
Well, no, I would suggest that we drive to near-ish the church.
Okay. Tell me what you do. How does this go? Are you...
Here's my suggestion, and I'm
Okay.
not making decisions here.
Talk about it in character in the car.
Oh, also before we left, I imagine I have some sort of clothing that covers that's dark and covers most of my body, and like a little mask that I can put up to cover the big face.
Ooh,
scars.
cat burglar gear.
Cat burglar, little hood.
The Nightman cometh.
And I pack all my newly acquired things in my bag. I realized I never mentioned the bag on the podcast. I mentioned it before the podcast. I've got a bag.
What does the bag look like?
It looks like something you would get either for free or for like $1 at like a gas station or like a little festival.
Nice.
Okay, is it leather?
No, it's like one of those
A grocery
duffel
bag?
bag?
Oh, a duffel bag.
No, that's like nylon. It's probably like a like a purple tie-dye.
Awesome. Okay, so you're in the car on your way to the church area.
All right. Here's what I suggest we do. I say before we get to the church, we stop down the road a piece, and myself and Kestral will get out. We'll go to either side of the church. The two of you will approach from the front. Now listen, Will, you have a very important job here. This friend probably ain't much of a friend. You understand?
I guess.
Okay. They're probably not here to be nice to Roisin.
All right.
So if she tries to do anything,
Stop her.
your job is to protect Roisin.
All right.
You're a big guy. She's not built for hurting people.
All right.
Okay. I'll get there as soon as I can, but you protect Roisin.
All right.
All right. Do you have an idea of what you're going to do?
Not really, but thanks for asking. And she smiles.
Okay, so you pull up a little ways down from the church. It is still just rain roiling everywhere. And as you exit the car, Roisin, you steel yourself a bit. Tell us what you're feeling right now.
The only thing on her mind right now is Gulliver. She's thinking if her one hope is that is that this lady was sent by Gulliver because Gulliver knew he fucked up and knew he made a mistake, like sending her away, and that this is it. This is the time that she gets to see him again, and like maybe this whole ordeal has just been like a test, and that he is there. One thing that she has been replaying in her mind through the entire car drive is that she's going to go through those doors and it's going to be him and not her.
Okay. So you can't hear your own footfalls as you walk up the steps to the church with Will. Are you on the side of her, behind her, in front of her? Okay. So you grasp the cool metal handle of these big church doors and you pull it open. And you hear a voice, an unfamiliar voice that makes you sink in disappointment that says, "We meet at last."